Alrighty, everybody, welcome to the DSA Racing Channel. Hendrix in the booth tonight with y'all. We are at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. I welcome y'all back. Exciting season finale here at Homestead. We've done race number 4 of the chase. Got ourselves 90 laps on tap with just over 15 minutes remaining in our practice session here. Take a look at the leaderboard. We see best times shown as 04 Mason Wilson goes for a slight spin. Zachary Evans in a Spider-Man scheme, but it is David Durand, the only person to break a sub 33 second lap. He tops our practice board so far at a 32.959. Ricky Howell just barely above that 33 second threshold, 33.001. Zach Evans, watch go for a little spin, a little slide. He's not too far behind. Same with Bark. And you look a little further down the board, you got a couple guys trickling down, but we have made it to the end of the race season. I should be having a fun race on tap with, a couple guests in the booth tonight. But before we get too far into it, let's look at the season standings. After Phoenix last week, heartbreaking fashion for Caleb Desai, crashing from the lead with just under 10 laps to go. But with that, Ricky Howell has catapulted himself way out in front on points. He currently sits at an 11:42 post reset, post Phoenix. Travis Daly, fortunately can't be here tonight. He sits second. Caleb Desai, who was looking to be within, 10 points coming into the night, having a good shot. He sits nearly 30 points back. Mathematically still not over for him, but it's going to take a Hail Mary and a Ricky Howell last place finish to achieve that. Rest of the guys on the list: Cole Christopher, Kevin Page, Mason Wilson, Zach Evans, Liam Wheeler, Jaden Durand, Dwayne Crespo, they all holding steady in points, but points, still matter for some of these guys. Maybe shuffle a few positions up the board, earn themselves some ground when we return to the truck season later this year. Those points, they mean a lot. They're not, necessarily end all be all if you don't win. But welcome y'all. I've had a solid year broadcasting the truck season. Truck season, we're looking at, season finale, cup season. It wraps up this Thursday here on the channel as well, where we find ourselves in a Final Four scenario. Tell people right now what to look for in the Cup Series. Final Four is Caleb Desai, Zach Evans, Hunter Winkler, and Damon Gilbert. The best finisher of those 4 in the Cup Series will win themselves the championship. But we're gonna have some fun tonight, go over some cool stuff. Tell you the guys currently in contention. We'll look into a little bit of their stats. Technically not fully updated post last week, but Ricky Howell Jr., he's been the most dominant car all season. Currently first in points. He's had himself a great season. 4 wins, I believe 8 top 5s and 11 top 10s post last week. And in addition, we look Zach Evans, not too far out of the picture, but definitely far enough back that it'll matter. Caleb Desai, 30 truck. Kevin Page, who we were just on board with. All guys who had, some playoff success this year. Some general truck success. on board with David Duran now as we're creeping into the final 10 minutes at Hershey's 51 truck. Little bobble there, off corner exit. He's going to pull off to the side after that bobble. Kevin Page right now currently sits at the bottom of our leaderboard in terms of lap times. Desai on track as well. He'll look out the rear bumper. Side by side with Mason Wilson. Last time by for Desai was a 33.21. Sees he makes contact here. He's going to run a 33.43. So definitely some speed, especially side by side still, for these guys. Be curious to see how this translates to the race. It's going to be a nighttime race. Nighttime right now, nighttime during qualifying. Nighttime during the race around 7:30 sim time. Ooh, huge lick just now. 30 and 04. Hear the 04 apologize. Let's see if we can get a replay on that. I mean, that was a massive hit. I believe the 30. 04 just gets a little loose. 30's thinking coming up the track. Just two guys get into each other. Definitely a huge lick. Let's see. Get all the loosey-goosey parts out. But speaking of Desai, I mean, we look back last week. He was leading with 10 to go. He was in position. He was outscoring Ricky on the day. Ricky Howe was mired back in the 7th position. Desai in first. He was going to gain himself about, gap going into the race was 20 points. He was going to gain himself at least, 10 of those back, if not more. When 67 Xavier Beauregard went for a spin, he was parked down on the racetrack after spinning, and Desai just kind of turned into him. He didn't get the car slowed down in time, and race ender. Unfortunate for Desai, who went from, just barely on the outside to, the next block over tonight. Still the closest. Still second best chance to win the championship, but, judging lap times right now, Howell's in the driver's seat. I mean, all he's got to do is drive that car around, do his thing, earn some points. And you see the one machine celebrating on the front stretch tonight.
Hendrick, the internet or the weather's trying to take me out.
Heard Zach Evans over the radio having some thunderstorm issues, it sounds.
Hey, Hendricks, I didn't catch that. What you say?
Alrighty, while we're waiting for practice to end, we hop on board. Are we dial up top at the 0, Zach Evans? Technically on pit road right now. Oh, pulling out right now. Yeah, we get to dial him up. Mr. Evans.
What's going on?
A little bit out of the points picture, but still battling, especially the, I believe the 87 to Kevin Page is close in points to you. How are you feeling coming into tonight?
Oh, I mean, figuring I deal with what I deal with usually on a Tuesday, with my internet and Wi-Fi and all. Considering I get to be home for this race, I feel like I have like a kind of like a home court advantage in a sense. So I get to actually be my best and actually drive how I want to drive. It's not on a rigged up setup. This track's really not the hardest track to drive since there's multiple grooves. I'm really excited to see the different grooves being used tonight. And hopefully I can pass a couple people in points tonight.
Of course, and coming into tonight, you sit, 1 point back of Mason Wilson, 5 back of Kevin Page. How do you think you can, knock away some of those points tonight?
Well, first things first, I'm just going to have to get stage points. I mean, I'm currently the 3rd fastest car on the track. That's with no draft or anything. So I think if I can just run my race, I think the points will come naturally to me. And I feel like I can be faster than both of those guys and gain enough stage points where it's just going to be who can finish in front of each other.
Of course. And you currently sit in the Final 4 for the Cup Series. How does track time tonight in the truck prepare you for Thursday night?
Well, I did a little bit of practice for my Cup race for Thursday, and I'm kind of running around the same line. I'm running in the Cup Series, going high in 1 and 2 and low in 3 and 4. So you'll probably see me do that during the race because that's what I was comfortable in doing in the Cup car, and I think it's one of the fastest ways around this racetrack.
Of course. Well, Mr. Evans, I'll let you go wrap up your practice, but best of luck today, and best of luck getting yourself into the top 3 in points.
Yes, sir. One more thing. Shout out to the DSA Racing team for locking up the championship before this race even started.
Yes, congratulations to TDR and their group, and I will move on to your teammate, Ricky Howell, next. Good luck.
Yep, I'll see you.
Let's see if we can dial up the one of Ricky Howell. Mr. Howell, Mr. Points Leader, how you feeling coming into tonight?
I'm alright. How you guys?
Feeling good up in the booth. Get to sit back, relax, watch some racing. You sit with about a near 30-point lead coming into tonight. All but secured it. How do you go about your race to, make sure you still accumulate the necessary points?
I'm just going to run it to try to win it, I think. Just get a decent stage finish here in 1, and then after that, I think we'll be all right. Won't have nothing to lose after that, I don't think. So I just gotta get through stage 1, with a top 5, top 3, top 5 in stage 1, and then after that, I think I can go for the win.
Or is strategy a little bit of a factor? How do you think having no stage yellow in stage 2 is going to play into that?
I think it's going to play into my favor. I think I'll be good on tires. If we do get a long run there without a caution, I think it'll really play into saving tires. Whoever saves tires the best.
Of course. Currently sit tied for the most amount of wins in the Truck Series this season. What would it mean to come away with the most wins on the season?
Actually, I think I got the most. I think Justin had 3 wins. He had 3. I got 4 now. I like that. I like to get this one here. Top it off with the win at Miami. Be pretty nice to get that.
You made me check. Oh, I was wrong. You're right. 4 wins to 3 wins. Well, how would it feel to get to 5? win a
It'd be nice. This would probably be I don't know. I'd probably rather win this one than anything else. It would just cap off a good season for us if get the win tonight and get the burnout for the win and the championship.
Of course. Well, best of luck tonight. I'll let you go for qualifying, and we'll talk to you post race more than likely.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Alrighty, we're gonna go to qualifying now. We're gonna check first car on track, Zach Evans. Okay, no longer Zach Evans, he is frozen. Mason Wilson, I believe, froze ahead. Gavin Thornhill joined the session. 5 car from DSA Racing. He's gonna play a factor into tonight. Been having a strong run for that 5 machine, both Cup and Trucks. Mr. Thornhill. Curious to see what he can do tonight. Mason Wilson now across the line. He's going to go high in 1 and 2 in his truck. We'll see Desai and Thornhill roll down the backstretch. Desai in the high lane. Mason Wilson still rolling. Desai on top. Thornhill shows more towards the bottom. See David Durand choosing up highs. Zach Evans high lane as well. Mason Wilson will not go on the leaderboard. He spins. That means next to cross the line will be Caleb Desai. I believe Wilson will get an extra lap here, but Desai currently fastest 33.619. See Devin Thornhill go 33.781. On board with David Durand on the backstretch. Zach Evans coming across to complete his first lap. Evans goes top of the board by almost 3/10. Look with Desai coming across for his second lap. He's going to go to the top. David Durand goes 3rd fastest. Kevin Page on track now. I believe he is starting his first lap. Look, Zach Evans about to complete his second lap. He looks to be slowed up on the bottom. This is going to be the end of his run. He will not improve. He's in fact going to burn it down. We look, David Durand coming out of 3 and 4. Complete his second lap. Durand to the top. 33.115. Mason Wilson completed his second lap. He puts a time 33.405. Kevin Page coming to complete his first lap. He's going to go 6th fastest. And Ricky Howell's going to start his first lap now. Points leader. Most pulls on the season for Howell with, I believe, 6. If we check, fact check, clearly I've gotten some stuff wrong. Oh, don't even have it up here. Oh, I believe he has 6. Kevin Page is going to complete his second lap now. A couple blinks. Page improves, 4th fastest. Howell, first time around, 7th. See what he has in store for his second lap. Evans and Page ran nearly identical lap times there. 1/1000th of a second is separating them. Howell slides just a bit. He saves it. Still got speed in that one truck. See where it puts him. 2nd. That slide might have cost him a chance at the pole. But it is David Durand who will be starting in the first position. In fact, 74 Georgia Park did not lay down a lap. curious to see if he chooses to start from the rear. It's going to wrap up our qualifying session in just a moment. Is David Durand, who will take pole. See if we can pull him here. For Durand, we'll check.
Hello there.
Oh, welcome to the booth, Mr. Dwayne Crespo. Got double broadcasters tonight.
Absolutely. Only a 7-car field
Eight,
for
I believe.
tonight, but oh, 8.
We'll see on the
So,
74
very-
bark.
Yeah, very small field, but should still be an exciting one. 90 laps around the mile and a half here at Homestead. I believe you mentioned this because I was watching a little bit of the preview, but yeah, Ricky Howell Jr. basically in the hot seat right now. All he has to do is basically wait until the checkered flag is waved, and he will be crowned the Heroes United Truck Series champion. But should still be a hopefully fun and exciting race.
Yep, I think there's a lot of things to watch tonight. Tire wear, definitely a factor if we get some long runs. Short sprint in stage 1. I think another thing to keep in mind is that new stage 2, no caution for that. Gonna have 65 laps of potential straight green flag run. I think that would be one of the longest green flag runs of this truck season. But we'll see. 8 cars on the field. David Durand gets the green flag. He's gonna fire away, but the outside lane looks to have the momentum right now.
Very even start. Very good from both Howell and Durand
They're wrecking.
Jr. as chaos ensues already.
Oh my goodness.
And there's already big names in that.
Ricky Howell involved. Believe Caleb Desai involved. Our 2 front runners in points. Lap 1.
Ricky Howell Jr., Caleb Desai, and Zachary Evans will also get a piece of it.
Watch a replay and see exactly what happens. Both cars simultaneously, the 1 and 30 both go around. See, 30 might be a little more reactionary, but and they collect each other. That's some big damage on 2 of the front runners. I think Desai is going to luck out here on the damage side of things, but Howell, that's basically the one thing Howell couldn't have happen is get involved in a wreck. See if he's rolling around. It looks drivable. You remind me, you get
And the thing is,
one faster
there was
pair.
no contact there whatsoever.
Yeah, one.
The pure slide first from Howell on the outside, and then from Desai on the inside. There was no contact whatsoever there.
Yeah, there's the one faster pair. Definitely be curious to see who decides to take it, how they proceed. Be curious to see. We're gonna have 4 cars hit pit road here. I think this damage, despite being involved in the wreck, this is gonna favor Desai just a little bit here. He took the less big of a hit. It looks like the 1's gonna use that faster pair there with how quick he was in the pits. Though damage still shows.
Looks like it will be David Duran Jr. in the 24 Hershey's Chevy Silverado that will kick us back under green here.
Correct. Got the 87 to Kevin Page. He already up 3 spots. Davin Thornhill up 4. They're going to be second and third, respectively. Definitely something you imagine to happen with some of these guys being involved. You see Howell return to pit road here. Desai looks fully repaired. Not too much damage on that 30 machine, so see if he can take advantage of this to drive up to the front.
Hendricks, I just got some insider from the number 0 truck crew. Zachary Evans, absolutely no damage, 0 seconds of damage. So he, regardless of the contact, he's gonna get out of there completely clean.
Well, that's huge for Evans. I mean, Evans battling the 04 and 87 in points, so he couldn't afford to have a lot of damage and potentially miss out on stage points. Definitely one guy to keep your eye on as this race progresses. We look at that one truck, I mean, it looks repaired for the most part. I'm not seeing any
Hey,
damage.
Nathan, you're good, bro. I can literally got 0 seconds of damage from it.
Yeah, that one truck looks pretty clean to me. I'd be curious to see if he used that fast repair or not, and how that might play a factor into the rest of the race tonight. But it's David Durant who's going to choose to fire away early in the restart zone, and he gets a much better jump this time.
I believe that number 1 did, in fact, use his fast repair, so he's going to get back up in it, but no more fast repair for the remainder of this race, already just 5 laps in.
Yeah, Howell going to have to be mistake-free. I mean, if Desai were to sweep the stages, win the race, he can catch Howell in points, but that is a tall task for the 30, who is also involved in the wreck and currently being passed by the 1. 0 sliding sideways.
Battle for second here, Kevin Page and Mason Wilson here side by side.
Page has had a strong season. He made the playoffs. He also found himself running top 5 on more than one occasion this season. It's been a good showing for the 87, who definitely was further down the leaderboard as the 04 throws a huge block there. Battle for fourth is between, or third is, yes, fourth, between 4 cars right now. Thornhill and Evans side by side.
It's heating up a little bit there in the back. As you mentioned, Evans and Thornhill, Howell and Desai also side by side, as Evans will get the move done there for 4th. But they're still battling up there very hard. Here comes Howell.
I think another thing to keep your eye on for Hal is he did bring out that first incident, earning himself an incident point. So he's got to be real careful, especially riding up on guys as Desai slides. He saves it, but real loose off exit there. But as I was mentioning, Howell, who goes 3 wide past Page, he's got to be careful with causing incidents tonight. He can't afford to find himself serving drive-through penalties or the potential disqualification from this race.
It was almost complete turmoil there. Desai spun. I think Kevin Page lost it a little bit, and then Ricky Howell Jr. just kept it going up into the track. There was contact between him and Davin Thornhill as Thornhill now get loose. So, ton of drivers already struggling to keep these trucks straight.
It's real loose on the racetrack. The nighttime, it's cool out there. It takes a while to get those tires warmed up, so something to keep your eye on as this race progresses. Meantime, Page is going to fight back on the outside of the 5. Howell quickly back up into the 4th position, and Desai has faded just a bit. He's now looking to the outside of Thornhill. I think he's going to touch the wall just a little bit, but roaring past with that momentum through 4. In the meantime, David Durant started to build himself a lead, but Mason Wilson is charging back up quickly here. That 04 truck looks fast. Wilson already within half a second of Durand for first place. See how much momentum he could carry off corner exit here. That time favoring Durand by.
And I knew we were going to see this early on, but already everyone completely single file. Actually, we'll see here.
Bark and Thornhill side by side for 7th.
Looks like Bark does want to bring that fight. Here comes Desai as well to the inside of Kevin Page.
Desai throws it down the inside.
Oh, contact. Getting a little wiggly there.
See
Page will have
struggling.
5th back.
Struggling just a bit, though, to keep that car straight through the corners, along with the 30. The 1, he was charging back to the front, but it stalled out a bit once he reached the 4th position. They're going to be side by side. Page throws it down. He's going to be 3 wide on exit here. Bark looks low. 87 truck trying to get the car turned. In the meantime, David Durand's padded that lead by a few tenths since we last checked up front. Definitely looking to be in more of a preserve the car mode for Durand. Meantime, Ricky Howe, he is sliding all over the place. I mean, he's in a good spot, obviously ahead of Desai and ahead of him in points by a fair bit, but it's been no easy drive so far for that 1. Now, the truck we see dominate all season. It's strange to see him struggling to keep the truck underneath him, to say the least.
We'll see. Desai definitely wants to catch him here. George Bark, though, making great progress as well. Oh, Desai very loose on turn 4.
Yeah, we were on board just now, and he had to lift it. He's touching the wall a few times. That's going to let Bark get right up to him on corner entry here. Bark in that middle lane seems to be his preferred line. It allowed Kevin Page, in fact, to get to the inside of Bark here. We look off the bumper of Bark. You see Page now clear behind. Meanwhile, up front, David Durand now built himself almost a 2.5-second lead, as I believe Mason Wilson with a big slide there, and internet issues causing him to come in and out. Now need to go completely out. Awesome. There we go. Back to the right camera. Zach Evans, he's on Mason Wilson's bumper for the 2nd position on track. Oh, okay.
Back as well, George Bark finally getting past Desai as Desai scraped the wall there in the backstretch. But this is what George Bark likes to do. We've seen it multiple times here, and especially in the Cup Series. Even if he's all the way in the back, always finds himself making his way slowly but surely to the front. So don't be surprised if he somehow manages to get that 74 truck all the way to the front.
Yeah, and Bark, not necessarily picking for points in either series. He uses that to his advantage, unable to make the playoffs due to circumstances. He doesn't take that, as a demotivator. In fact, he uses it to his advantage. He'll save some stuff early in the run and, not worry about the stage points, but come into the race, he comes roaring to the front. Saw it at Las Vegas a few weeks ago where Bark, not the fastest car on track, but for most of the race, and then all of a sudden he saved just enough tires. He blew right past everybody.
Meanwhile, for second there, Mason Wilson got very tight in turn 2, and that will allow Zachary Evans to just slip easily on the inside. Evans goes to second, Wilson following behind, but here comes Ricky Howell Jr., who has made it to the both of them.
Howell, I don't know, it might be a little more of the two of them came back to him. Howell still holding a steady 2.5 and fading back of Durand, but Evans and Wilson, side by side, lure that one back into the mixture. And speaking of people in the mixture, 74 of George Bark has now closed within half a second of these battle as Howell's now to the inside of Wilson and he slides. He
He's
saves
spinning.
it.
Can he save it?
He saves it. He keeps the
does.
car straight. That was huge out of a fast repair. He could not afford that, but Desai's going to get past him here. Howell struggling big time to keep that truck underneath him, and now Desai
And
is in a position to gain points, and I think this is going to be the end of those tires for Howell.
that was very, very risky play. I saw his cockpit view there. He almost overcorrected that, so that could have ended much, much horribly for the number one.
Oh, as Bart's going to slam the door on Wilson, and in fact, they're going
Well-
to make contact. Mason Wilson keeps the car straight, but that was a little bit of a tight squeeze there from Bark on corner exit. Evans in the wall right in the high lane. Bark has migrated all the way down to that white line.
Well, just like I said earlier, don't be surprised if you see him come to the front of nowhere. Oh, here it is, right here. Played my cards right. Bark's now hunting down Evans for second.
Yeah, coming to 4 to go in stage number 1. Zach Evans has a mirror full of the 74 machine. That Toyota Tundra is all over Evans. Bark looking just about half a nose length low, trying to get some clean air there, but Evans followed his line, but gets a little loose. This is going to give the 74 a run. 74 goes high.
Nathan, we got a caution on 25.
The voice comms of the 04 of Mason Wilson said he was coming in this time by.
Curious to see the call
he will.
there. He may go a lap down here if he's not careful. Do have the stage break coming up, but EOL is still for getting our lap back.
I mean, it's been said already, but look at that gap between Zachary Evans P2 and David Duran Jr. P1. Absolutely no contest whatsoever.
You see the 04 on pit road right now. David Duran crossing the line right now. He's going to put the 04 one lap down here with 2 to go in stage 1. Reminder, we do have a stage 1 yellow, no stage 2 yellow today. But Mason Wilson, definitely going to have to stay out here now at the end of the stage, but he's put himself a lap down. I would say not the most ideal position, but definitely not the end of the world for him. David Durand is going to come by. He's got one more lap to go here with a 3-second lead. Bark got to Evans' bumper, but not able to pass him. And in fact, Evans maybe saved just enough in the tank to start pulling away. Sweet.
We'll have to see though. Zachary Evans, from what I've been seeing, he's very, very loose on turn exits. So George Bark could get him here.
Dives it in there. Evans chopped the nose. He took the air away from that 74 for just a second.
And Evans, hold on. David Duran Jr., no doubt about it, will win stage 1. And Bark gets slightly tight on the exit of turn 4. Evans will survive to finish P2.
And that's going to bring out our stage 1 yellow. David Durand, stage 1 winner. Back-to-back weeks with a win, stage 1 win for Durand. He's been the fastest car on track so far. That Chevy machine. Still catch the pace car. This is our lone planned yellow for the day. Definitely see just about everybody hit pit road, with the lone exception of Mason Wilson, I would imagine. Curious to see why exactly Wilson hit pit road. 14, nearly 15 second stop there too, so 4 tires. But David Duran wins the stage, earns himself 6 points. Desai finishes at 1 position ahead of Howell, so that gap's down to 27 points. It's still plausible, but it's going to need Desai to win the next stage for sure.
this is a shocker to me. Mason Wilson currently holds the fastest lap of the race with a 33.281 made in lap 7. And yeah, he's going to get his lap sack here, I believe. Yeah, he will get the Lucky Dog free pass. So we'll see if the strategy played out here.
Appears to see with Wilson set on the fastest lap, maybe shoot away at those tires a little too early, struggled to make it to the end of the run. 3 sets in the pits, so something to keep an eye on if guys can save enough tires. You see Durand in his number 1 pit stall. Howell back there taking tires right now. Zach Evans is in fact going to pull away.
I believe Durand will beat him.
He's going to block, but Durand's going to beat him off pit road there. Side by side, we're double file. David Durand's going to choose the bottom lane here. Zach Evans, gaining spots so far. He's up to second, up 2 spots. George Park started from the rear in 3rd. And what do you know? I mean, Ricky Howe did beat Desai off pit road, so probably the last thing the 30 wanted to see. He's going to have to now pass that one on track.
Of everyone here, so we'll see what he can do with those. Ready, here we go. Start of stage 2.
Durand, another great jump. In fact, Bark's going to benefit from that jump as well. He's going to clear himself on Zach Evans. Curious.
Evans did not get going at all. He stole the entire outside lane.
That's going to benefit
Three
Desai,
wide.
who's going to get close to Evans there. 3 wide right now, and Desai side by side with Mr. Howell. See everybody on fresh tires.
They don't want to back out of it. Evans will.
Meanwhile, Bark is right there on Durand's bumper. This is the closest we've had to a battle for the lead so far this race. Got 20 laps to go here in the stage. No stage yellow in 20 laps, though, so these guys, they got to get it all now while they can. Could see us green to the end, and Desai's going to pass Howell. Now, if you're Ricky Howe, you got to be careful here. Desai being 1-2 spots ahead of you, you're in a good position still, but if you make a mistake and end your race, he's sliding all over the place. Thornhill, all the way down into the blue paint. He saves it. He comes up the track. Oh, he almost wrecked Zach Evans. Evans had to hit the wall just a little bit.
Gotta be aware, can't do mistakes like that. Gotta check your mirrors, make sure that the track is clear before you come up like that. But Thornhill got very loose. Once again, we're in the place where we've seen a ton of drivers get loose, and that is on the exit of turn 4. A ton of drivers struggling with that.
And speaking of struggling, that 51 truck of David Durand, that Hershey's machine, technically the 24, he has not pulled away like he did in stage 1. He has cars upon cars back there with him. Trucks.
Here comes Caleb Desai.
5 trucks. Desai is going to be side by side for second. Howell, a pedestrian, in 4th right now, just watching. Desai's going to put the bumper. bumper for the lead. Durand able to hold it straight. Desai slides big time. He's wheeling that truck. He needs to get to the lead and get to the lead fast. He's going to go to the outside here. He may be able to roll that momentum all the way through the corner. Curious to see his 51 truck clears himself. I believe 30 had to lift for a split second. But he's going to get the run now. Big
Just
block.
the comms of George Bark said take the bottom, Rick. So Bark's going to let Ricky Howell Jr. go down the inside of him and take P3. But it's side by side. Durand and Desai still side by side going to the line.
Yeah, and look back. New car joined the mix for this front group. Kevin Page now in 5th within a second of the lead. You got 5 cars here, all with a chance to drive away in control. A couple line switches there. Desai to the bottom, Durand to the top that time around. Now they both go bottom. Desai has Ricky Howell on his bumper. Now obviously he wants to lead, but he needs to make sure that one truck also stays behind him. 15 to go here in stage 2.
Desai gonna once again try to run that high lane.
I don't think that high lane's working to the best of its abilities right now for Desai, but
But he's getting those runs.
It gives him the run. You know, you see him. If he could get that car straightened out just a bit, he'd fly away on that outside lane. But he's definitely struggling just a bit, like there.
Oh my goodness.
There's speed up there, but he's risking a lot there about getting sideways and also destroying those tires early in a run. That's a good save, though, for Desai. He's still going to be side by side. He goes right back to the top. He's going to get a run here on corner exit on Bark. To the inside he goes. Clear.
Lost 2 spots because of that, and now here comes Ricky Howell Jr. who's gonna battle it with David Durand Jr. For the race lead.
You see the vulture, man. Kevin Page stalking his prey. He's content just riding around. He's curious to see if he's saving the most tires out of these guys. Maybe saving a little bit of fuel too. When we get to a pit cycle, what will Page do to maybe leapfrog some of these guys? I'm curious to see. He had a rough corner there. And the yellow is out. Yellow is out. Mason Wilson.
Trouble. Mason Wilson.
Mason Wilson goes through the grass. He's going to bring out our 3rd yellow of this race.
It's all good, man. I didn't realize you were coming down. I would have gave you some
Contacts between Mason Wilson and Davin Thornhill in the backstretch.
I believe that
Looks
before
like
gets
Wilson
airborne
just-
too.
Yeah, looks like Wilson's not aware that Thornhill was there and just goes slightly to the bottom. And I mean, Thornhill really nothing he could do. He just accidentally clips the left rear of Wilson. And Wilson goes for a ride.
I think both those guys will luck out here though. Harmless spins for them. So I don't see any damage on that 04 truck. Take one
Yeah,
look at
I
the
would be-
standings real quick.
I would be very surprised if Wilson has any damage there. Oh, what a fake! David Durand Jr. fakes the entry to pit lane, and Ricky Howell Jr. and Caleb Desai, along with Bark, Page, and Thornhill will go down.
Right at that line. David Durand is going to keep the lead. He fakes them out. Definitely an interesting call there. You see Evans and Mason Wilson also stay on track. Curious to see the 04 stay on track. Desai is going to be first car off pit road. I believe Howell's going to be the only one to take 4 tires here. Everyone else looked to have taken right sides only.
Everyone took 2.
Only 3 sets in the pits, so curious to see. This is probably Howell's down to his last set, potentially. Desai's going to be
very, very slow.
ahead on track. Mason Wilson going to have to serve his EOL for the incident. Might see him hit pit road this time by. David Duran, though, your leader. Zach Evans also staying out.
But George Bork is going to go down again.
Bark. I mean,
A double dipper for George Bork. Same
we're,
with Ricky Howell Jr. Both coming in.
we're close on that field window here, where potentially you could stretch it. You're looking at 50 laps to go. These guys could stretch it into just one more stop. If you're David Durand, you might have to make 2 more stops. That's how tight the field is right now. So curious to see how the strategy plays out. Both these guys going a different strat to potentially win this race. But that puts some question marks here. David Durand and Caleb Desai. Zach Evans. Different,
Be ready.
all cycling strategies here.
What you said, that's exactly what
Hold
they'll
on.
do. George Bark goes in, double dipper, tops off the field. Ricky Howell Jr. will follow
I got
and
black flags
do
here,
exactly the same.
David Durand chooses the inside lane. They're double file. See the 1 and 74 serving their EOLs for pitting in a closed pit. They're going to start longest line. Durand, great jump. Side's also going to get a good run here. Keep in mind that one truck is the only one to take 4 tires just now. We got 9 to go in the stage.
That was also, I was looking in the back, that was also a great restart for Kevin Page as well.
Page side by
Here
side
comes
now.
Ricky Howell Jr. with those 4 tires.
They're going to be 3 wide. Potentially, Thornhill rolls. They are 3 wide. Page and Howell
They're trying to squeeze it in there.
touch just a bit. Howell should get the run on the top as Bark and Wilson collide. Bark saves it. But in the meantime, David
Ricky Howell
Durand.
Jr., when he was squeezing there with Thornhill and Page, said, "What are we doing?" Some frustration behind that voice. So we'll see what is going through his mind right now as he is going to work at the bottom here of Davin Thornhill.
Should be able to clear this 5 pretty easily. He now sets his sight on his TDR teammate for the 3rd position. Meanwhile, George Bark still side by side with the 04. They had contact last time by Bark and
Oh, Mason Wilson.
Wilson
Good.
sideways.
We're still good.
Somehow keeps it straight there. Bark's probably got to be frustrated. He's got, faster truck by far on some of these guys, and struggling to get by him. You look to see those 4 versus 2 tires. Howells drove right back up to the 30s bumper. You really see the extra grip he gets into these corners right now. And it's definitely going to play dividends the longer we run green. You see the 30 truck.
Howell.
He gets the runs. Howell's not going to be able to clear himself. He gets the runs on exit, but
What I'm noticing, he's running that high lane to get the best run possible on exit, but those runs that he's been getting are just not enough, and he just stalls basically midway through the front and back stretch, and he just doesn't get enough momentum to make it pay off.
it's almost like these guys, they get to the same speed eventually, and the issue is Desai's just losing too much time trying to keep his truck straight in the corner, that the run at the beginning of the exit just isn't enough. As we're now side by side for the lead.
And Howell will absolutely send it. We have a new race leader going into lap 47.
Ricky Howell to the front here with 4 to go in stage 2. Those new tires playing in his favor, but only 1 set left for Howell, so something to keep your eye on as this race progresses.
Looks like those 4 tires definitely paid off, but David Duran Jr. not gonna back down out of it. He's gonna definitely continue fighting for this. Here comes Caleb Desai as well. Big lose moment once again on the exit of turn 4.
I'd be curious to see. I know David Durand and Ricky Howell, former teammates earlier this season, no longer. They've still been working together the past few weeks. I doubt Durand makes this easy for Desai if Desai can get there. And Zach
Big run
Evans,
here
who's
for
on his
Zachary
bumper,
Evans.
teammate of Ricky Howell, also, he's not going to make it easy for Desai. He looks to the inside for third. Evans, Desai, wobbling all over the place, but keeping it relatively straight as Desai's in the wall.
That he's been having, and the apex, and then in the middle of those turns just continuously goes up into the track and scrapes that outside wall consistently, which is ruining his runs.
Nope.
Gonna make it stick, and he gets turned by Desai.
I'm sorry.
Keeps it going though.
I'm trying to push that pocket.
Keeps it straight. I don't think we're going to have a yellow for that either, but that's a huge lick for Bark.
Nope, we will stay green, and although we do not have a caution, Ricky Howell Jr. will be your stage 2 winner.
Ricky Howell wins the stage. We stay green here through the end of the race, and this is really going to hurt Desai and Bark. Damage. You'd be curious to see once Bark hits that fuel window, he's got to come down and take that fast repair for sure. That's heavy damage on the right front.
Here comes Desai though, side by side with Bark. Bark will not put up a fight, and Desai just slips through on the outside for fourth.
Let's see if we can get a replay here real quick. We'll go back a lap and see in reverse. I think Bark was clear, and then Desai actually was there. Yeah, I'm not sure. That was a little bit of the 30 maybe needing to lift, and the 74 truck just coming a little bit too high and collect there briefly. Curious to see how they race each other and how this is going to damage both of their vehicles. In the meantime, though, Ricky Howell loves that.
This field, though, pretty split up basically here. Got Durand and Howell on one side. Evans just lost in the middle there between the top 2 and the bottom 2 of the top 5. And then we have
First
Desai
pit
and Bark
stop right
fighting
now.
for fourth.
Mason Wilson hits pit road. He's going to be the first car to pit. Remember, he pit right before the end of stage 1. So he's shortest on fuel in this race. Desai and Bark still battling. This is really hurting Bark. He's bleeding lap time each time around. Bleeding about half a second a lap right now. 7/10 that lap. That damage is really hurting. Meanwhile, Howell's built himself a bit of a lead. Be curious to see when Durand decides to hit pit road here. So we're now within 40 laps to go. Mason Wilson rejoins on track, 1 lap down. He's about half a lap behind the leaders. 35 laps to go. We're definitely in fuel territory. Curious to see who can stretch it the longest.
I don't think we'll have any takers this time by.
Yeah, I mean, guys want to play the long game. I don't blame them. I think maybe if you're Durand or Evans, the sooner you can undercut. I mean, these guys are running nearly a second off hot lap pace, fresh tire pace, so the sooner you can undercut, the more of an advantage you're going to get. Howell that time around was a second and 2/10 off his best lap of the race. The other thing to factor is the sooner you pit, you get clean air on the racetrack.
Oh.
As
Taylor
Desai
Desai coming in.
hits pit road
Oh, and
and
he spins it on pit entry.
I don't think he doesn't speed, but he's gonna tow, and I believe that's
tow it.
Seeing the tow, he may be ending his race. And
Yep.
Desai,
He's gonna hop out.
he's gone. Well, with that, I mean, it was almost all but done, but now that Desai's out, I think that officially makes our champion Ricky Howell. Let's see if he can go for win number 5 here. David Duran 3 seconds back on track. Howell loving to see what he sees on track. But he's pulling away on Durand. Okay. Unsure what's happening with my gaps, but I believe David Durand has himself about just under 3 seconds to the back of Howell.
George Bark coming in.
Bark hits pit road this time. He's going to probably fast repair that
The only
damage.
one to do so.
Yeah, he's the one bleeding the most lap time right now.
Mason Wilson making good runs. Got past Thornhill. Here he goes. Around the outside of Kevin Page. And he will get it. Wilson to, I believe, 5th. I mean, here comes Kevin Page. Coming
Yes.
down pit road.
Page going to pit Bark right now. He took right sides only. Definitely a strategy call. See Page sideways. Don't think he's going to get it slowed down, but that was close there on entry. See Bark on his out lap right now. He's going to pull out right in front of the 04 of Mason Wilson. That battle will be for position. Page in his pit stall now. See if he goes right sides only. Drops the truck. Yes, right sides only for Kevin Page. I think this is where Ricky has the biggest advantage, is he's got the freshest left sides, and if everybody's taking right sides to make it to the end of this race, those left sides, might not wear as much, but it plays a factor, especially with the balance of the truck. Top 4.
It was an absolute beauty of a call for Ricky Howell Jr. as Zachary Evans is now coming in.
That leaves just the top 3 on track. Evans, that Spider-Man Zero machine. Rolling down pit road. He's here. Imagine 2 tires again. Meantime, Davin Thornhill still remaining on track in the 3rd position. Zach Evans. His closest car on track is George Bark. I mean, can Bark, pitting early, make up some of that time he lost from incident? As Evans is going to take 4 tires here. He's putting left sides on. It dropped the truck just now, but that's going to let Bark jump the Zero machine. Will those left sides play a factor? Curious to see. Certainly a strategy call different from the rest. Evans is going to lose 2 spots here. If not 3. Page is roaring up behind him. Meanwhile, Thornhill, 3rd car on track. David Durant hits pit road. David Durant rolling by Ricky Howell on racetrack. He goes down the backstretch right now. Davin Thornhill's going to take the 2nd position. Will Durant take 2
if I was
tires?
Ricky Howell, this would be the ideal. If I was Ricky Howell, this would be the ideal lap to go down, either this one or the next one.
Howell stays on track. David Durant has to take 4 tires here, I believe. I mean, he hasn't pit since lap 25. And he is, in fact, taking
Yeah,
four
there's-
tires. He's going to go on track, but Bark's going to
there was
pass him.
absolutely no way.
Yeah, Bark's passed Durand.
There was absolutely.
Wilson passes him. Evans is going to get him as well. Oh, let's be curious to see, as Evans might not actually get him. It's going to be close here. Evans passes. Ricky Howell to pit road here. Got to be perfect.
And it is. As far as the bird's eye view, it is absolutely perfection in pit entry.
Davin Thornhill now going to stay on track and most likely take the lead. Yeah, I would imagine we'll see this new leader, Davin Thornhill. I'd imagine we'll see Ricky Howell take right sides only. He's got the freshest left sides of anyone in the field, and if this works out in his advantage, as I'm mistaken, he's taking left sides. Left sides for Ricky Howell. This is going to give potentially the lead to George Bark here, as Bark rolling down the front stretch. Bark's going to go to the lead, the provisional lead, besides Thornhill. Mason Wilson's also going to get past Howell, and Zach Evans more than likely will get Howell too.
I believe Thornhill should be coming in soon.
I'm mistaken. Howell with a great exit. He's going to hold it in second, but he is 2 seconds behind to the 74 of Bark. Thornhill still remains on track. His last time around, he was nearly 2 seconds slower than Bark. And at this pace, Bark will get him in no time. Curious to see the strategy for the 5. Maybe catch a lucky yellow.
Very, very tight there on turn 4 for Thornhill.
Nursing that truck around. He's still got over 20 laps to go. He's definitely needing to hit pit road. In the meantime, Bark, last time around, ran a 33.89. Howell on his out lap. 34 for Bark. Howell 33.6. Howell's closed the gap within 2 seconds. Evans and Durand are side by side. Durand with a huge push now to the bumper of Evans. Durand clears himself off of 4. David Durand now in provisional 3rd as Davin Thornhill remains on the racetrack. Howell within a second of Bark. Bark with the fully repaired truck, but he had to pit significantly earlier. We looked last pit lap with these machines. Bark, I believe, is going to have pitted on lap 58. Ricky Howell, lap 65. That is a massive advantage on tires. Last time around, we see Bark in the 34s, 34.14. Howell, 33.45. David Durand, a tenth slower than Howell. And here we go. The battle for potentially the race win. Howell's going to roll right past Bark on the outside.
Yeah. Bark does not give any fight. I believe Bark actually let Howell through.
Smart for Bark. I mean, Howell has the tire advantage over you. I don't think it's of the biggest matter, but this does put Howell in the position to be the race leader. David Durand, though, he's only 3 seconds back. We've seen that 51 truck be one of the faster trucks of the day. Last time by, he was similar lap times to Howell.
I believe Bark there knew that he was self-conscious that he couldn't really do anything there. But meanwhile, Davin Thornhill, who is in the provisional lead, still has not come down pit road. We'll see if he goes the next 3 or 5 laps or so.
I mean, we're watching Thornhill. I mean, unless he catches a yellow, this might be the nail in the coffin for the 5's race. He's going to have to hit pit road.
I believe he's coming in. Yeah, he's coming in right now. Yep, there he goes.
Playing the long game, hoping to stretch it out. He's going to have a good tire advantage, but he's going to lose a lot of time here. And he's going to go definitely close to a lap down as Howell's going to take the lead right now. Back in front, Ricky Howell. Bark, 2.5 back. David Durand, last time by, Durand was 1/100th of a second faster than Howell, so identical lap times there. As we see Durand pit 1 lap before Howell.
Yeah, Howell at this point, he just needs to run his race. He got 18 laps to go. Make this now 17 to go. He pretty much just half is in the bag. Just gotta stay cool, calm, and collected here.
17 laps left on this truck season. 17 laps left to see Ricky Howell hoist a championship. Does he have one more win in him this season?
And honestly, it's a shame seeing that he started this late in the Sporting Heroes Cup Series. I feel like if he started sooner, he would have definitely been a big contender, potentially even in the Championship 4.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to consider is, you see guys like Bark and Durand, they're guys who you see run up front in the Cup Series, but Howell, he's not been shy to say that, he likes running the Cup cars as well in the Cup season. I'd be curious to see him in Season 4, but those aren't necessarily his strong suit compared to the truck. I mean, you watch him in trucks, he just flat out dominates races like he is right now. And you watch him in Cup, you see Bark and Durand and a few other guys like DSA, they can go, win a race pretty dominating fashion. Howell's been yet to show that in the Cup Series, so it'll be interesting to see his ability next season. But in the meantime, he's putting on a clinic today at Homestead in these trucks. 15 laps to go. 15 laps to be number 1. DSA out of the picture. Team owner Travis Daly unable to make the race. And that leaves Ricky Howell in control. We look further back in the pack, Bark and Durand. Bark just let David Durand go. That moves the 51 up to the 2nd position. But he is fading time. He's used up a lot of those tires.
14 laps to go, and Hendricks, if the dominance wasn't already told or have been being told on the track, Ricky Howell Jr. fastest lap of the race, it's a 33.139, and as far as I'm aware, he has been the only person to have been putting a 33.1 in this race so far.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the 51 truck in practice, slightly different conditions. He put up a sub 33, but he's been yet to match that, or frankly even come close. The best lap of 33.32 for Durand. Howell, monster lap so far in this race. As we see fast lap 33.139. You also see, Howell led 27 laps. Durand was out front for a while. He still has the most laps led, and he will have the most laps led of the race at 45. But, I think you saw, obviously, Howell get involved in the lap 1 wreck. To work his way back to the front, right in a thin line of, can't cause an incident, can't damage the vehicle. He's done everything he can and everything needed to do to put this one machine out in front. So we're coming to 10 laps to go here. As
Here we go. Dream is gonna be realized in 10 laps time.
Yep, and we look back in the 3rd position. Zach Evans needs a strong run. He's thin on points between the 87 of Page and the 04 Wilson. Right now, as it stands, he's going to jump Wilson in points, but he needs this position on Bark to jump Page in points. It's going to be real tight, and I don't think Bark's going to necessarily give it to him. That 74 truck A 0 running similar lap times lap after lap. They both go to the bottom here. So we've hit 9 to go. Evans with a good run. Curious to see if they choose different lanes this time. Evans and Bark go to the top. Bark's mirror driving that car. You can see he's delaying his entry to copy whatever Evans does. Evans going to get the run here. Bark blocks high. Both go to the bottom in 3 and 4. Yet again. Meanwhile, Howell's built himself an extra second on Durand. Evans with the slide. Go back and mention Kevin Page, finds himself out of contention for this race win by a good bit, but a strong top 5 here. What a top 5 it would be for Page to close out the season. Definitely someone you want to keep your eye on moving forward. Massive improvement from that 87 machine as the season's progressed, both in Cup and in trucks. As we're side by side for third, Evans going to clear himself on Bark's nose to the third position, and I believe we're going to see the 0 be able to pull away here. Is he not quite going to be able to pull away? He went to block, but it was too late. Bark's going to get side by side. Bark drifting up the track. Howell next time by, we'll see 6 to go. Evans pulling away just a bit. Bark back to the inside. He's going to get side by side again on exit. And just misses the corner panel. He's going to have to fall back in line. Evans right in that middle lane in 3 and 4 right now. He drives it down to the bottom to take the air away from the 74. Five fingers from the marshal. 5 to go. Howell down the backstretch. He's got 4.5 laps left on domination. I mean, we came into the points reset. Howell saw his massive points lead shrink to just a few points, and all he's done since then is build another massive points lead. 4 to go this time by. Howell looks out his window. He sees the 5 truck of Thornhill. Don't want any lap cars to get in the way potentially, but I believe we'll see the 5 be able to pull aside if the 1 catches him. New tires on that 5 as well, so something to keep your eye on. Three to go this time. Coming through 3 and 4, this time across the line. 3 miles left on a magical season for Howell. He's got himself a 6-second lead. He's got himself 8 more turns. Just going through the high lane, taking it nice and easy. Plenty of time on track to be mistake-free here. Howell this time is going to see the white flag. He's got 1 lap to go on a championship season. 1
mile and a half left.
1 lap remaining. Howell to the high lane in 1 and 2.
it's been no doubt that he's been one of, if not the greatest one to drive a truck here this season. This will be win number 5, but with
Top,
this win, it will come a great title.
yeah, win number 5, top 10 number
Good job, Ricky. You deserve it,
9,
Good job,
top 10 number 12, top 5 number 9,
Appreciate
and
it, man.
one championship for Ricky Howell. The TDR driver is king of the world today. Evans is going to bring it home in third. He pulls away from Bark,
Good job, man.
but it is all Ricky Howell today. Season 1 champion here at the
Congrats,
Homestead-Miami Speedway. Plenty of radio chatter congratulating Ricky on this feat.
Ricky.
And
Thanks, Kevin.
what a run
Yeah,
for Ricky
I
Howell.
don't think there was any doubts that Ricky Howell Jr. would climb out and get out of Homestead-Miami Speedway here tonight as a Heroes United Truck Series champion.
Congratulations, Ricky. He's going to burn it down on the front stretch. He's going to burn it down all by himself, winning the championship, winning the race. What a performance for Howell. What a showing. Domination. Best car on track after first stage, spin early, all the factors that he didn't want to happen. Lap 1 came in, but he put his head down. He delivered. Look down the board. You see David Durand came back to finish second. Evans, third place. Mark from the back of the pack finishes fourth. Kevin Page rounds out his season with yet another top 5. That's going to be top 5 number 4 for Page, all within the final 6 races of the season. Look further down the board. Davin Thornhill tried to play the long game. Different strategy. He comes away 6th. Mason Wilson 7th. And DNFing is the 30 of Desai in 8th. Ricky Howell, just pure
What a burnout.
excellence. He's still burning it down. Kept that car all the way down. Look at him celebrating a champion.
Well deserved. Absolutely deserved.
Yeah, he's been through it all. He's been through. We look back a few weeks ago, Las Vegas. Getting involved in that last lap wreck. It was looking scary, and you go look last week. Desai was looking to close within 10 points, but Howell didn't mind. He just kept his head down, got the points when he needed them, and built himself a lead that he never relinquished.
Alrighty, I'm guessing post-race interviews will be coming in shortly, but Hendrix, thank you for having me up here.
Yes,
I just
thank
want to
you,
say,
Dwayne.
guys, stay tuned in 2 days from now, the season finale of the Supporting Heroes Cup Series here at Homestead-Miami as well. Can't wait to see y'all there.
It's Thursday night, but we look forward to hearing from you again, Dwayne, this Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
You're very welcome. See ya.
Watch Howell do his parade lap in reverse. He's going to go all the way around. Well-deserved celebration for Howell. We check our updated points just now. Definitely some bold strategy calls. Howell 4 tires. The double 4 tires was really the call of the race, in my opinion. 4 tires under the yellow. It just let him build that lead once we got spaced out, and then it gave him the chance to take 4 again. And you saw those 4 play a huge factor as the race progressed. But we look at the standings. Howell, with nearly a race lead over second place Caleb Desai, come end of season 45 points ahead. Travis Daly is going to finish third in our standings. Zachary Evans, he did what he needed to do. He leaps Kevin Page, Mason Wilson, jumps to fourth in points. Page fifth, Wilson sixth, Cole Christopher seventh. Remainder of our playoff drivers: Liam Wheeler, Jaden Duran, Dwayne Crespo. Look further back in the points. Bark will finish P11. David Duran, P12. They both had strong showings as the season progressed. Along with Devin Thornhill, 13th. We saw all three of those guys be a factor in the playoffs, despite not being in the playoff contention. But while Ricky continues to burn it down, we'll see if we can get him from the race car. Ricky still burning it down. Season 1 champion. How does it feel?
That's pretty good. Feels good. A little take a little weight off the back there.
Win number 5. 4 tires. I think that was, I just dubbed it the call of the race at the stage yellow. I'm mistaken, not the stage yellow, but our yellow on lap around 35. What was the call there when you saw everybody else take 2 and you chose 4?
That's pretty scared. I thought with his little cars that we had running tonight, maybe it would go green. That's what I was hoping for, because usually I'm on the wrong end of it. I make the wrong call. So it paid off tonight. I was just praying the whole last run there. After we had the green flag stops, we didn't have another caution, because I think most of the field had another set.
Yeah, I've definitely bold strategy to go with the tires. But another factor in tonight, lap 1, turn 1 got loose. Talking through what happened there.
I figured it was going to be loose on cold tires. I did a run in practice earlier just to kind of see what it would do, and I guess I didn't do it right in practice or something. But they were super cold there. I think that's just got loose on cold tires. I think decided the same thing on the bottom. I wasn't expecting it to jump around, and it took off, and I think that's what was wrong with me the whole first run. The big slide there, my tires they did not act right the rest of that first run. I dropped back to I think 5th or 6th because of it.
Of course, and obviously battling DSA when you got involved in that wreck and were losing points. Were you ever a little worried to see DSA maybe be able to chip away?
I had my eyes on him. I knew as long as I stayed close with him in that first stage there, that probably be all right the rest of the race. I was just trying to stay as close to him as I could with the tires the way they were acting up. I had to use my fast repair on that first incident after lap 1, so there was another time in the race I got sideways and just about lost it. I saved it. So, I don't know. I had my hands full that first run. The tires, they were just, I don't know what was wrong with them that run, but I had my hands full there.
Of course. Well, I think the big thing is, how does it feel to be the first truck champion in the DSA race group?
It's got to be pretty good, I guess. I was telling the guys earlier, if we won it, we need to make like a wall of fame or something for a channel in the chat, and just put different drivers' achievements in it. So hopefully they decide on that, and maybe I'll go up in the wall of fame with them.
Definitely a consideration to add to the server, but I want to say congratulations, Ricky, on winning the championship. I'm gonna let you go celebrate, but anyone you want to thank, shout out before we let you go.
Yeah, just shout out to all the guys at TDR. They we was all in this thing all together. Some of them didn't get to run tonight, but congratulations to Zach. He had a heck of a run here tonight. I think he ran top 2, 3, and battling for the lead there for a while. So, all them guys, they put in some hard work. We all communicate good during the on the channel during the races and stuff, and just had fun with them guys all season. Like to give a shout out to Travis Daly. He wouldn't be able to make it here tonight, and our thoughts and prayers are just with him and the family, and just look forward to getting him back after he takes his time off. And appreciate you guys for everything you do putting on the series. You guys got to keep up with all this stuff, so y'all got to put some time in this, and I appreciate y'all.
Of course. Well, thank you, Ricky. Congratulations again, and I look forward to seeing you in the upcoming races.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Too. Ricky Howell, season 1 champion. Check in on our third place finisher now, Mr. Zachary Evans. Third place. Strong run today. How do you feel coming away with the podium?
Oh, I feel great. I mean, that was a magnificent battle between me and the 74 there. He kind of short pitted, and he kind of paid the price for it in the long run, having more wear on his tires. I was kind of saving my tires the whole race. I didn't have the pace of the 51 and the 1, but I mean, I could run like 2/10 off of their times, but I was just saving tires the whole time, trying to come home with a good finish by the end of this race.
Of course. Obviously a good showing. You were able to, in fact, jump Kevin Page and Mason Wilson in points. I know, talk pre-race, that was your goal. How do you feel coming away? I believe at the end of the season you finished 4th in points.
Man, 4th in points. I feel like that's pretty good for me. I mean, I feel like we might be foreshadowing a little bit for the Cup Series, but anyways, 4th's pretty good for me. I mean, considering I missed Daytona, I got DQ'd at Martinsville, so didn't really get the points there at the regular season, and then the chase races. I lost the internet at Vegas, lost the pack at Daytona or Talladega. I feel like 4th place for me is honestly a win in its own after what I've been through this postseason.
Of course, strong running today. I set on Thursday. You were faster than Championship 4 contender Caleb Desai today. How do you think that'll translate come Thursday?
I mean, he definitely had the pace there. I know he kind of quit because he knew that he couldn't win the chip anymore. But other than that, I feel like he's definitely gonna have more pace definitely on Thursday. These trucks, they get really, really, really tight after probably 25 laps. So honestly, don't know. I haven't done a long run with the Cup car yet, but hopefully I can be in front of him and the other 3 when it comes on Thursday for the other 2.
And I mean, another thing to factor was mistakes. Mistakes cost the 30th day. You ran relatively mistake-free. Do you think you can keep that up moving forward?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, sometimes I get in my own head and ruin my own races by spinning out from the lead after doing a strategy call or something. I mean, I'm just gonna have to stay relaxed and just talk to my TDR teammates and on strategy calls and stuff like that, so that I can hopefully come home with that championship on Thursday.
Of course. Well, Zach, congratulations on the 3rd place. Any extra words before we let you continue on?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my sponsors for this year. That'll be Caxonville, Braxton's Card Shop, Joyner Keeney, Wade's Grill, Brett and Hannah, 41 Graphics, Leadfoot TV. Shout out to the Travis Valley Racing team for winning the championship for the team championship. Shout out to Ricky Howe for winning the driver's championship for TDR. And shout out to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Pretty good movie.
Well, congratulations, Zach. Best of luck come Thursday night. I will let you go on the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll get one last word in with Caleb Desai. Not the finish you were hoping for today. In fact, DNFing in the 8th position. Walk me through what happened.
Repeat it. I'm sorry. I could not hear you.
P8 finish, definitely underwhelming. Not the finish you were hoping for tonight. Walk me through what happened there.
Honestly, just did not have the run that I was looking to get. Honestly, it was just very, very loose. Lost on me on pit road, so.
Yep. obviously it was going to be an uphill battle. You still walk away finishing second in points in the Truck Series. How does it feel to be, maybe not the winner, but runner-up on a good season?
I feel like it could have been better. I made mistakes throughout the playoffs that ultimately decided in what happened in tonight's race. I could have done a lot of different things that could have went more in my favor, but obviously it happened, and just stuff you got to learn going into the next season, whenever the next season of trucks come up.
Yep. Well, get you out of here real quick, but how do you feel, track time obviously today going into Thursday in the Cup car?
I feel like it's useful for longer runs, because especially with the Cup car, it does get really, really tight on longer runs. So it'll be useful for me trying to be able to gauge tire wear and gauge a lot of different things in the car.
Yeah, and obviously one more thing, mistakes happened on track. Got sideways lap 1, you got loose a few times, and then obviously loose coming to pit road. How do you mitigate that come Thursday?
I think a lot of it just comes throttle control. At the end of the day, I feel like I was pushing it a little too much that I should have. I could have saved a lot more tire and chased them down in the long run. That's something I could have done rather than trying to push a car.
Yeah. All right, Kib. Anyone you want to thank, shout out before we let you go for the night?
No shout outs tonight other than Travis. I hope you get and hope you get better, man. I know it ain't tough. I mean, it is tough.
Thank you, Caleb. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna sign us off tonight. Always had a blast covering these races. Fun season, nonetheless. I appreciate everybody who's been here. Whether it's every race, just a few races, just today even. It was a big, fun season. I got to watch domination from Ricky Howell. Got to watch some chaos, Vegas chaos, all the goodies, but it was fun. And I look forward to the return of the Truck Series in a few months. In the meantime, though, go check out season finale, Final Four in the Cup Series at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. And Cup Season 4 will return. The duels at Daytona, August 25th. Keep an eye out on that. Cup Season 4, Tuesdays and Thursdays, brought to you by my partner today, Dwayne Crespo, and the DSA Race Group here on the channel. But once again, thank you all, and wish you all good night.